This is a smaller, tight-knit group of individuals that really represent the country.
It doesn't matter what age you are, if you're willing to win, you're willing to put your best effort.
It's not how hard you get hit.
I ended up fracturing my thumb.
They suspected that he had Crohn's.
It's how hard you get hit and get knocked down and get up again. We don't take days off.
That's right, strength, no weakness.
Sky's kind of the limit.
Get ready, because today we are taking a look at some of our future prodigies and pros. This is No Days Off.
The 4 different kinds of tricks you were trying to do. Can you tell me a little bit about those?
540s,
Yeah.
all 4 540s, like my front side, my back side, my switch things, cap, and then switchback.
Are those hard tricks to do?
For me, it's so easy.
She's one of the most fundamentally sound snowboarders I've ever seen in my life.
She's going to be successful on the global scale.
It is not typical for athletes that are 8 years old to be at Patty's skill level.
Without a doubt, see her competing in the Olympics. As soon as she's of age, she's going to be right there with them.
A great stance, she's got great timing. Everything about her snowboarding has been built so well from the ground up that there's nothing she can't do.
I'm Patty, and I'm a snowboarder. I like snowboarding because it's so much fun. The first time I tried snowboarding, it was when I was 2, and I really started snowboarding when I was 5. I do 2 kinds of snowboarding, slopestyle and pipe. Slopestyle, it's really easy.
There are a few things that really make Patty a special young athlete. I met Patty in China. I was over there training up some instructors for the resorts there, and my translator actually knew their family, and they knew that they wanted someone to look after her and to come up with a bit of a plan. And then yeah, the relationship took off from there. Pancake time?
I went with Ollie when I just started snowboarding. He always pushed me, he always helps me. I like how he always has some jokes to tell me to make me happy, and I really like Ollie.
Pop, suck our legs up, then land on the toe edge.
Okay. I like going to the pipe because it's so huge. It is really fun because it has 2 walls and it's all really smooth.
I think first and foremost, and you probably hear this in a lot of sports, but you need to have passion for it. You need to love it, you need to want to get out there and ride as hard as you can, as much as you can. Oh yeah, now we're talking.
I think one of the main things that separates her from other boarders her age is her ability to really focus from an outside perspective. She's a great listener. She's able to process a lot in her head, and when you say something and help her work through a new skill or a bigger jump, whatever it is, she is so good at being able to take that and implement it, which is really rare for an 8-year-old.
Coach Ronnie is my camp coach, and he pushed lots of kids to help them get better.
So our team is Ski and Snowboard Club Vail. We're based out of Vail, Colorado, but we're a traveling team. So we go all over the state and all over the country, all over the world even. So I'm going to side slip the landings for you so we can get a little more speed.
Yeah, okay.
Sound good?
Yeah.
Clean landings, lots of speed. Go get it. You guys ready?
Yeah.
I think it's really important for someone like Patty to be around her peers as well as get a lot of one-on-one time, because it really connects her with the love that she has for snowboarding and being around her friends, and it's just a really different experience what she gets out of the team environment. The reason that it's so important for Patty to be around her peers while she snowboards is because it pushes her and motivates her in different ways than when she's just snowboarding by herself. It really pushes her to try new things and to go a little bit bigger, and that's a really great aspect of being around her peers. We have her ride with boys and girls with our team because it really gives her a lot of different support. When she rides with girls, you know, she gets a lot of that kind of female camaraderie. She really enjoys it. And when she rides with boys, she really gets pushed to try new things and really push herself out of her comfort zone. I think Woodward's the perfect place to train for bigger jumps and bigger features because they're so progressive with everything that they do at Woodward Copper. They have every size jump you could ever think of, every size rail you could ever think of, and it just makes progression so safe and easy. It's very ideal for Patty to be riding at Woodward Copper because it gives her the opportunity for every day to be a little bit different and to work on all of her different things.
These are all of my family's snowboard, and each one is a little bit different. These ones were the ones I ride last year, and this one is my new board. It's custom. Its shape is like Red Gerard's board. My little sister is 2-year-old, and this is her snowboard. This is my mom's snowboard. It is still too big for me. That's big. This is my dad's snowboard, and it's from Burton too. This board is too big for me right now, but one day I'll ride it. This is my skateboard. I choose this board because it has a P and my name starts with a P. I've been skateboarding for 3 years. The skateboarding, it's really fun. It has a lot of transitions, a lot of things to do. I like skateboarding because it also helps my snowboarding.
In skateboarding, you're not strapped to it. So you have to really make sure your timing and your power's spot on. And you can see that when we're out carving and out shredding. Her balance and her coordination are really special. Without a doubt, the skating is cross-training, and it's something that we try and get all our snowboard athletes to do, just because it enables them to keep working on snowboarding subtly, and it builds those skills up.
Usually I don't get frustrated when I fall down. Falling is a part of snowboarding, and when you fall, you learn. Banana!
Who's there?
Banana!
Banana who?
Knock knock!
Who's there?
Banana!
Banana who?
Knock knock!
Who's there?
Orange!
Orange who?
Orange, you're glad I didn't say banana.
Patty loves telling jokes, and she's great at it too. She's definitely got some staples that I've heard a few times.
Knock knock! Teresa! Teresa, fly in my suit! Knock knock!
Who's there?
Allie.
Allie too.
Alligator. Oh.
I love working with Patty because she just brightens up my day every day. There's no day with Patty that's a bad day. She's always so happy no matter what we're working on or what the weather's like or the conditions are. She's just always stoked. Remember that one day at Vail when you were riding snow like all the way up to your chest?
Yeah, when I grow up, I want to be a professional snowboarder and skateboarder.
Working with Patty has been the dream. Working with such an amazing family who support and encourage her and trust and support me with her training is literally all you want as a coach, you know, and thinking long term and planning long term has been the most enjoyable part of my life. Yeah.
She's so talented. I could see Patty going wherever she wants. Wherever her passion is, she follows her heart, she's gonna go there.
I'm never gonna stop snowboarding.
Coming up next.
Loves hockey.
He wants to learn, he wants to be here, and he'll do the little things to get better in the long run.
No days off means to me that work hard every day.
They had a skills competition. They had fastest skater, and he won that competition. They had a cone jump where you had to jump over as many cones as you can. He won that. And then they had an obstacle course / skills competition, and he won that also.
He's definitely my strongest student that I have, and I coach kids from 7 to 18, and he's by far my strongest skater.
There you go. He's just very smooth on the ice. It just looks very natural for him to skate.
It's just in his heart. It's just in his blood. He loves hockey.
He wants to learn, he wants to be here, and he'll do the little things to get better in the long run.
My name is Gregory, I'm 7 years old and I play hockey.
We gotta cut hard and make that move, right? We're here, shift. Shift that weight. Left to right, all right? Go.
I practice every day. I work on skating and always shooting.
Today we're gonna work a lot of tight turns, a lot of edge work. It's pretty basic, what we do most of the time. Tight turns out of the corners, working in small areas, opening up hip. A lot of things that we are normally doing with him and just pushing him to go fast.
I started playing hockey when I was 5.5. I was at an ice skating birthday party and I liked it a lot and I was skating all around.
We had gone to an ice skating party and it was his first time on the ice and he just really loved it and we couldn't get him off the ice.
It's actually funny because that was the first thing that I ever had to kind of force him to go to. So I was like, I know you'll love it, just try it. He was very nervous, he went, he loved it, and I've never had to make him go to another thing again.
Good, again, shot.
Recently, he's been working on his shot. As he gets a little bit stronger, his shot will improve, but we just want to work on the technique. That's the biggest thing.
You're gonna score a ton of goals from here. You're not gonna score a ton of goals being this close to the goalie. Of course I could go like this, right? Of course I could do that. But we wanna do this. We wanna score from back here, right? Let's go.
It was funny because the first time on the ice, I'm watching him and he definitely had ability.
There you go.
It needed to be tweaked. And once we started tweaking things, it really took off to the next level and he's really been pushing ever since.
There you go, bud.
The basement, we did that about a year ago. We refinished the basement. He went down there, he was stick handling on our new tiles and shooting holes in our wall. So we're like, why don't we just get some hockey tiles and we'll put some insulation up back there so at least it doesn't go through the walls. So that was pretty much why we did that, because he was gonna do it anyway.
The list that me and my dad made at night to know what to do in the morning, because sometimes he's still sleeping and I go down here, I look at this and see what kind of drills I do.
He does a lot of off-ice training as well. He uses the Super Deker as well as some other devices, training hockey devices, daily.
Coming up next.
NHL, USA Hockey, Sports Center.
With interest of the video, and really it just kind of went from there.
I've been working with Gregory since the beginning of the summer, since the hockey season ended. He's a great listener, he's a great learner, he always takes the time. We don't always do everything at top speed, but we do it in enough speed for him to really learn and change the little things to help him improve. Protecting the puck, make a move around the stick, and shoot. We worked on a lot of stick handling and shooting, a lot of hand sliding, placement, really working around the puck to support the puck when he shoots, and really pulling the puck in when he shoots. Firing, good stick handling, keeping your head up. Good. The forwards and backwards was working on transitioning with the puck and then working on a pull move. So we worked on good transitioning and puck support. And then stick handling through was working on keeping your head up, get the feel for the puck, work on sliding your hands and supporting the puck. And then a shooting, just work on pulling the puck in, releasing it, firing it, aiming where you want to shoot.
So he has several coaches a week. He sees 2 different coaches, typically 1 per day, that help him with the rollerblading as well.
Well, as far as drills, he does a lot of stick handling. He looks on YouTube, he'll see what some of the professionals are doing. He'll see like Connor McDavid does this drill off ice, so he'll try to emulate those drills. He'll see what kind of shot Austin Matthews is doing, and he'll try to do a similar kind of shot. The rollerblading pretty much just started when quarantine started. As soon as there was no more ice, he had to find another outlet. So he really took to the rollerblading, started in the street, and then we decided to build the rink for him in the yard to continue practicing his skills there.
Well, I want to make it to the NHL, so I practice whenever I can. I look up to Matthew Barzal and Austin Matthews. I like that Barzal has really good edge work, and Austin Matthews, he's my number and he has a really good shot.
I mean, there's a lot of kids that can skate, there's a lot of kids that can play hockey. The thing that I notice about him, like I said, is his determination. He's willing to put the work in every day. He loves to play hockey. So sometimes people tell me like, be careful, you're gonna burn him out. But honestly, I don't make him do anything. He actually comes to me or will ask me like, what do we have today? Oh, can I work with this coach? Can I work with that coach? So I never push him for anything. It might look like that on the outside, you know, because he's doing so much, but really I never do.
With Gregory, one thing that sets him apart, and he does stand out, is his ability to pick up things very quickly. Typically on the ice, he has a really good sense of balance, and that really does set him apart, along with his perseverance and determination. He doesn't give up. Gregory is always doing something silly. So to us, this was just a typical day of Gregory. He decided to pick up a leaf blower that my husband had been using to clean the front of the street, and he began to skate around with it, and we recorded it, and we never expected it to go viral, but it did. Many different establishments reached out to us with interest.
NHL, USA Hockey, Sports Center.
With interest over the video, and really it just kind of went from there.
Posted the video with USA Hockey, NHL. The blower video got over like 20 million views. Because of the video, people started sending me shirts and sticks and hats.
It's funny, I just watched a video of him barely able to stand on the ice, and now he's gonna surpass me eventually, very soon actually, because his skating ability is so strong. He gets so low to the ice, he's just confident. It's gone to a point where he's elevated past a lot of players older than him. It's tough to say, he's so young, but I really think that he has the ability to go to whatever level he wants to push himself to. He has all the basic tools and even more advanced tools in his kit that the sky's the limit for him. He can go on to the next level and really push and hopefully play elite and get to that next step.
I see him going very far and definitely dedicated. He loves the game, he loves to be here. He always shows up ready to go, always wanting to work more, so I see him going very far.
It would be amazing if he could play Division I hockey. Really at this point, that's a realistic goal, I would think.
Yeah, I have no really preset expectations for Gregory other than that I will support him in whatever he pursues. And I do feel that the sky is the limit with Gregory because of his tenacity and his hard work.
Coming up next.
I've been snowboarding with Phineas since he was 15 months old. I heard a few wheeze in there, you know, and I was like, all right, I think this kid likes this.
When I grow up, I want to be a pro snowboarder. I want to be the new Red Gerard. Woo!
Still got first place. In South Park, Colorado. Let's hear it for Phineas Jack Townsend.
Yeah! He's podiumed at every competition that he's entered.
I like going fast and getting air.
He actually picked up his first sponsor when he was 4 years old.
Yes, I made it! My name's Phineas, and I'm a snowboarder. My dad introduced me at such a young age.
I've been snowboarding with Phineas since he was 15 months old, and we took it outside to the front yard, just push him around in the snow. I heard a few wheeze in there, you know, I was like, all right, I think this kid likes this. Once he hit round 2 or 3, started taking him up on the lifts, and we would ride hand in hand. That's why he rides Goofy and I ride regular now, because we would ride hand in hand. Now he's 7 and I can't keep up with him.
Woo! I like to snowboard with my dad, not other coaches. Whee! I think if I was with a different coach, snowboarding would not be that fun.
Nice run, buddy. I would say our training is less structured and more relaxed. We just do what he really wants to do. If that means he's 2 runs and done, we're 2 runs and done. I don't like to force him to do anything. The last thing I want to do is to burn him out at such a young age.
You want to go do Peace Park?
Yeah.
All right. We'll come back down the same lift.
Today, Phineas and I are going to work on park riding. He's been hitting the first 3 jumps at Central Park at Copper. If he wants to learn a trick, I'm like, all right, let's learn this trick. I'll show you how, or at least tell you how. At least I can tell him what to do.
What are you thinking? Roast beef on the first one, second one an Indy, third one, you don't have to do a grab, but if you want to do like a little shifty or something like that, give it a little bit of style.
That's why this DIY approach definitely works, because I just pull out the camera, we film, and then we review the film. Pretty DIY.
When me and my dad snowboard, he films me. We'll watch the video and then we'll talk about how I did. When me and my dad watch those videos, it helps me learn how to do it better.
We'll just sit there for hours sometimes watching videos. I saw the tail tap, that was cool. And he picks out different things that he wants to try. I'm like, all right, let's go learn how to do this cool trick.
Coming up next.
I'm really excited to see how far he goes in his snowboarding journey.
When I'm not snowboarding and I'm hanging out with my dad, we like to do stuff like build Legos or play with my toys or my trucks.
Here you go, one of these, one of these. And is that a 3?
One thing that I'm really proud of him for is not necessarily winning the events, it's the fact that he's so stoked for his buddies to also share the podium with him. A lot of people call him the hugger because he hugs everybody.
I hug because it's fun and it fills people's hearts. My snowboard was made just for me. It has my name on it.
Origin Snow is a local kids-only snowboard company based out of Denver. The boards are made specifically for kids. The owner, Matt, saw a need for kid-friendly boards instead of just small adult boards and said, hey, you know what? I'm gonna make Phineas his own board.
I knew that I wanted to sponsor Phineas very early on. Nobody has ridden our boards as hard as Phineas. He's been just the best beta tester we've ever had. I see a lot of different possibilities with where Phineas could take this.
I love snowboarding with Phineas so much because 25 years ago when I discovered this sport, I fell in love with it and I knew that it was the one thing I want to do the rest of my life. What better way to enjoy what I love doing than with my son? And once I realized that he enjoyed it almost as much, if not more so than I did, I thought this is the best life.
It's very cool for my dad as my coach because it's just very fun to snowboard with him. He's just funny and I get to choose what I want to do and he just follows me. My dad and I can accomplish anything when we're snowboarding together.
A lot of parents want their kids to be the best at what they can be, and that's all I want, is for him to have fun, to be the best he can be. And if that means he wants to compete and be a contest kid, then we're going to enter a contest and let him go have fun with his friends. If he wants to just free ride and film, let's just free ride and film. I'm really excited to see how far he goes in this journey, in his snowboarding journey. If we could snowboard every day together, we would. He does have school, he does have other activities and other friends to play with and stuff, and if I could choose, I would just snowboard him every day because I see something in his eyes and I see something in his smile when we go snowboarding together, and I wouldn't trade that for anything else in the world.
Oh yeah!
Just one day down for these future stars. Tomorrow they'll be back at it again, working and training. Because when you want to be the best, there are no days off.